Hey there! DOOMFIST is the newest hero in Overwatch at the time of this video, arriving to strengthen the attack roster in Overwatch. This guide will help you to understand his kit, best usage, and role in the current meta. Keep watching. Hello guys and welcome to the Dojo. DOOMFIST is the newest offense hero in Overwatch. He brings a good amount of mobility and his high damage combos have instant kill potential on non-tank characters. This guy was created on his release, and the numbers you can see here are subject to change in any patch. Without further ado, let's get straight to describing his basic kit. Okay, so with a huge pneumatic hammer attached to his right hand and shotgun knuckles in the left, DOOMFIST is an up-in-your-face Street Fighter type of character. He's one of the few characters that is purely melee based in his ability kit. His basic attack is a really close-range projectile shotgun, but all the other abilities are heavily combo-reliant, high-damage potential skill shots. You need to be on your toes if you want to use him to his fullest potential. He can be very strong if not countered correctly. Anything that stuns, disables him, or creates space between DOOMFIST and the target will make it easy to eliminate him quickly. After this short prelude, we're going to discuss his basic kit. Let's start with the passive, as this is a really important part of DOOMFIST's kit. DOOMFIST generates temporary personal shields whenever he deals damage with any of his melee abilities. This means that you'll get a flat amount of 30 shield per target hit, up to a maximum of 150 shield. There's a 1 second delay between shield generation, and the gain shield will decay by 3 every second. DOOMFIST is dependent on going in up close and eliminating single targets. This passive makes him able to dive deep into the enemy team and wreak havoc, jumping out to safety with his personal protection. Now let's talk about his basic attack, the hand cannon. This is a short-range projectile weapon that can fire bursts of 6 pellets from the knuckles of DOOMFIST's left hand. The knuckles reload automatically every 0.75 seconds, reloading the full clip in 3 seconds. One well-placed shot can do 66 damage, so it's important to get close to the enemy when you're landing these, as the range is quite low. There's no damage fall-off, but the spread is high, so it shouldn't be used for a range poke. DOOMFIST can empty the clip in 1.3 seconds, totaling 264 damage if the enemy was hit with all of them. This weapon is strong at close range. DOOMFIST is heavily combo dependent, but the hand cannon can help you secure the kill if something unexpected happens during the execution of the combo, like a Zarya's shield or a nade from Ana. Make sure you get close to the target and try to aim below the neck for maximum damage. The next ability is Seismic Slam. DOOMFIST leaps forward, smashing his fist into the ground and pulling enemies nearby into his reach, while softening them up. This ability does little damage if used from the ground, but increases if you start it from a higher altitude, up to a maximum of 125 damage. You can see a cone that indicates where this ability will land when up in the air. The best usage for this is to dive in next to your target and gain shield while pulling the enemy close to you. The area of effect gives a good chance of charging a lot of shields when diving in, making it easier to withstand the punishment from the enemy team. The jump can close a short range when executed from the ground, but it has a much longer distance when started from high up in the air, so this is how it should be in most cases. However, it's a great tool for getting a shield boost when you're already among enemies, to allow you to stay in the fight for a longer period of time. With Rising Uppercut, DOOMFIST punches an enemy up into the air. It does 50 flat damage, does a mini stun, and brings the target up into the air with DOOMFIST. It can be effectively used to cancel abilities and ultimates if you're able to land it on time. Rising Uppercut is not only good for dealing damage and disorienting your target, it's DOOMFIST's primary way of traveling around the map combined with Seismic Slam. DOOMFIST is able to jump to high grounds with this and over walls or choke points. When used in close combat, it's a really effective tool to send your target up into the air where the enemy team will have a harder time supporting him. As a falling enemy is predictable, it's also a good tool to set combos up, making sure that you can land them no matter what. The next is the most important ability of DOOMFIST, his amazing gauntlet. Can't believe the Dojo made me say that. This ability can be charged up to 1 second for more damage and distance traveled. The ability pushes enemy into the direction of your punch, and gives you extra damage if they hit a wall. When fully charged, it covers 23 meters, quite a long distance. This is the primary way of doing burst damage with DOOMFIST. By learning how much charge you need to kill different enemies with and without a wall, you can knock them around for easy kills. This ability is also the core of DOOMFIST combos. We're going to talk about them shortly. Lastly, DOOMFIST Ultimate, the Meteor Strike. DOOMFIST leaps into the sky, then crashes to the ground dealing 300 damage at the epicenter in a 7-meter radius. The farther the enemies are from the point of impact, the less damage they suffer. Doomfist gains 75 shields for every enemy hit within the ultimate. When the ultimate is used, Doomfist leaps up in the sky, becoming untargetable for 4 seconds. You can use the movement keys to adjust where he will land, as well as zoom out to get a better view of the battleground. This ability can be used anywhere, even when falling down from the bottom of the map to save you from dying and allow you to get back into the fight. This ability is best used to jump on squishy targets and eliminate them in the beginning of a fight, to make sure your team has the upper hand. It can also be used to combo with disable ultimates like Zarya's Graviton or Reinhardt's ultimate. Your ultimate giving you a lot of shield means that you'll be able to get out of sticky situations, even when you're face checking the enemy team. Now, we're going to talk about how Doomfist should be used in-game. First of all, let's see how you should position with him. After looking through Doomfist's abilities, we can come to a positive conclusion that Doomfist is very dangerous over short distances. His kit is great for close quarters combat, but he's best suited for dealing with one target at a time, hit and run style. Doomfist is not a tank, so initiating with him should be avoided. Even if he manages to get shields with the abilities, he is too easy to disable and kill quickly. He has the biggest character model among offensive characters, meaning that he can be focused easily by the enemy team. He's best used as a second liner initiator. When your tanks go in, you should already have a target in mind that you want to kill quickly. The highest priority targets are DPS heroes and supports. Try to avoid fighting tanks with them. You're able to one-shot 300 HP targets with a single combo, so using the distraction created by your tank should give you a good opportunity to go in, kill a target, and back off. Your shields will drop quickly if you continue to stay in fights, so use his abilities wisely, always paying attention to have an escape plan. It's important to try to avoid your hard counters when diving into the enemy team. Sombra can hack a Doomfist, leaving him to be a sitting duck. MCCREE's stun or honest sleep is also a very effective tool against a jumping Doomfist. Avoid those. Now we're going to talk about the most effective combos of abilities to maximize your damage output and survivability. If you're really close to your target, use the kill combo from close. This combo opens with a seismic slam to gain shields and set up the target, pulling it closer to you. Then use rising uppercut to launch it into the air and sneak in a basic attack with a melee. Then finish the combo with a charged rocket punch in the air to smash your target to a wall. This combo should insta-kill any non-tank characters and damage tanks heavily. Doomfist's basic attack can be effectively used to sneak in more damage anytime between abilities, as it can be cancelled seamlessly. For the maximum possible damage, do the following combo. Open with the primary fire into the face and cancel it into a seismic slam. Primary fire again and cancel it into a rising uppercut. While in the air, primary fire into melee, into primary fire into rocket punch. This combo can kill anything in the game. The damage ranging between 400 to 600, maxing it with more headshots and connecting the enemy with the wall at the end of the combo. Use this to melt any target on the battlefield. When you're not in melee distance, you need to get closer to the enemy. This combo does a little less damage, but should still be enough to kill squishy targets. Launch yourself into the air with a rising uppercut to be able to see the battlefield and your target. Seismic slam in their face, use a basic attack and melee instantly, and quickly knock them into the wall with the rocket punch. You won't have time to charge up here, so make sure you hit your enemy into the wall. This combo can be used to separate a tank from the rest of the team, sending him back to yours. You need good control and timing for this, as well as practice. Jump up and use Seismic Slam to land behind your target. Use Rising Uppercut and start charging Rocket Punch while you're ascending. Turn 180 degrees and shoot the target back to your team to make quick work of them. You can try doing the 180 turn during the Seismic Slam for shields and more damage, but it's hard to pull off precisely. You can also try to combine abilities in different orders. If you're able to find better combos, please share them in a comment below. We're going to include them in the description. Next up, we're going to talk about his ultimate. This ultimate can be used as a tool for initiation with an organized team. When used like this, your team sets up to be able to start the fight. Right when the tank initiates, Doomfist launches his ult and lands on a primary DPS or healer to take them out quickly. If done correctly, you should have at least 75 shields and 1 kill. Use a kill combo to get another elimination. The rest should be easy in a 6v4 situation. When using this style, the team should pay attention to not use too many ults, as you're already in a good position. Another usage is to combo with an ultimate that disables targets. Wait for a combo ult to land and quickly jump on the enemy team for a huge AoE damage. You can wipe out a full team with a well-placed Zarya ultimate, for example. Doomfist's ultimate can also be used to escape, but you lose a lot of value when used like this. It can save you from falling down maps, but make sure that you only use it if your team will be able to make it count. Otherwise, just let yourself fall and do one of the previous setups. Now, if you want to make sure that you use DOOMFIST for the fullest potential, have someone on the team to combo with. Zarya is the obvious choice, not only because of her ultimate. DOOMFIST loves to dive in and is highly vulnerable when there are disablers in the enemy team. Zarya's shield gives him protection against stuns and more survivability. DOOMFIST needs distraction to do his job. He's really good with anchor tanks like Ryan and Winston. You can use the chaos they are creating during initiation to quickly go to your target and kill it. DOOMFIST's place in the team is a second liner assassin. You never want to be in the front line. Always make sure that there are tanks that you can hide behind or use the distraction created by them. DOOMFIST is only useful in teamfights and chasing single enemies down. So pay attention to remain in cover all the time when you're hanging around your team or going back to the objective. Any long-range hero will be able to quickly kill a DOOMFIST wandering around. DOOMFIST can also be used as a flanker, but this playstyle is hard to pull off as you're likely to die a lot in the beginning. This style involves going up to high grounds using his mobility and trying to get into a position where you can launch yourself on your target without burning all your abilities. This will create a distraction for your team, and you should still be able to get to safety before the enemy foes focus you down. We suggest that you play DOOMFIST as a second liner instead of a flanker. It's easier to pull off and a lot more consistent. He can be good in slow and dive comps too. His burst potential is the biggest weapon. Use that wisely to take out key targets, hindering enemy movements and stalling them as much as you can. Let's talk about counters to DOOMFIST so you get the full picture. He is soft countered by any ranged hero who is able to kill him in 1 or 2 shots. His character model is not too hard to hit, so beware of snipers and hit scans. He's also very vulnerable to slows and disables, anything that gets rid of his mobility. Let's go over the soft counters. These are the heroes that can make it hard to play DOOMFIST, but can be avoided or played around wisely. HANZO and WIDOWMAKER. HANZO with Scatter Arrow can get rid of him with a well-placed shot, and WIDOWMAKER should be able to eliminate him from a distance if he jumps around. Bastion. Bastion can be good against DOOMFIST, as he's immobile when in sentry mode and can dish out lots of damage to mow him down quickly. SYMMETRA. SYMMETRA is also a soft counter because of her turrets. These can slow DOOMFIST down, and SYMMETRA can microwave him to death. Shield usage from SYMMETRA is important here. Mei. Mei can freeze to slow and stop him, making him a target dummy for the team. Contrary to the origin story, Genji and Tracer are too mobile for DOOMFIST. They can jump around and burst him down, as DOOMFIST will have a hard time getting shields from abilities. However, a well-placed rocket punch can kill Tracer or Genji quickly. Hard counters, on the other hand, are characters that can give a really hard time to DOOMFIST players. Consider switching if you're getting focused. Sombra can hack him back to prison, leaving him as a big dummy, usually amongst Sombra's team for an easy kill. When playing against a Sombra, always make sure that you know exactly where she is if you go into the enemy team, and try to deny hacking attempts. Flee if you need to. MCCREE. MCCREE is a pretty good dueler at close range. His stun into fan combo can kill DOOMFIST quickly. Therefore, you should only dive in MCCREE when you know that his stun is down, or you're gonna be toast. MCCREE is also good at poking from a distance, so watch out. Pharah. Pharah's flight is the ultimate tool against DOOMFIST. He shouldn't even be able to touch the Pharah if the boosters are handled correctly. Your best bet with DOOMFIST is to ignore the Pharah and stay out of her line of sight, or switch. TORBJORN. TORBJORN's turret can give a hard time to DOOMFIST if correctly set up. Its damage can be really obnoxious when you're trying to deal with a target. Ask for your team's help. That's all, folks. If you want to support our work to make sure that these videos are possible, head over to our Patreon site. Like, subscribe, and share if you like this guide, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
This time we'll have to join forces.